If we simplify like the game of Valorant under one thing about like what does aim and movement allow us to do, it's basically just who is more prepared for the fight. Even just like the idea of crosshair placement, having your crosshair on the closest angle where like the next player can be gets you more prepared for the fight. My name is Slayerkey and today I'm coaching a silver Omen. We're doing the all-in-one coaching package, so both mechanics and in-game analysis. This video is vital for anyone who feels like they aren't enjoying the game and not finding the performance they want.
And become like this Omen demon that just plays with everyone's mind and does these sick plays.
Yep. If you'd like a session, check out the description and stick around to the end for the most important factor for making decisions. Anything I should know about this gameplay, like this VOD?
Honestly, I don't know, man. I think like my aim needs some practice, but I don't know in what way. And I think that's one of the things that I want to get out of coaching, is to understand how I can analyze like my own VODs and death matches and stuff to figure out what I need to work on, like both mechanically and everything else related to performing well.
It's a really good question. So if we simplify like the game of Valorant under one thing about like what does aim and movement allow us to do, it's basically just who is more prepared for the fight. So who was expecting the other person more, who like knew what the other person was going to do more and like counter what they were going to do. Even just like the idea of crosshair placement, right? Having your crosshair on the closest angle where like the next player can be gets you more prepared for the fight. I think we have good aim. I think what we're missing the most is just the thought process behind fights. So we kill this clove and the idea is always like, who's next? Who are we fighting next? Where's the next possible player? Where could it be? And then your crosshair follows. And I'll show you why. Because this next fight that we come across, which is the Brimstone backside. Maybe the next fight. Okay, the next fight. The next fight. Okay, the next fight. Yep. Is we can see we're unprepared for this fight, and there's a bit of like panic shoot to get it. What we need to work on is just who's next.
Yeah. Like what Iso just said there. He said, "Who else? Who else?"
Yeah, literally.
It was kind of funny. It was perfect going on. And like pre-aiming and stuff, but
not the tracker.
I just like sometimes when I get like I can barely get a kill, I just need to check that it's actually immortals, and usually it's just a lobby full of immortals and ascendants, and I feel not as bad about life choices and gaming choices.
Effective coping mechanism. I love it.
Yeah.
One thing I want to see more of is you just being more active in fights, but really just like move in fights. So like we come across a player, I want to see you being comfortable, and I can just say the 2-burst strafe is kind of what this is. Yeah. And the dead zoning is like, this is like easy, and then the hard version's the dead zoning. If you do the hard version and you get really comfortable with this becomes so much easier in game. Basically, the only time you really dead zone is if you're dead sure someone's holding you or at a position, so you can just quickly peek and tap. Here, if you look at this, I basically line up the shot through the wall. Like I'm basically peeking the angle before I even actually peek it. So when I peek, the crosshair's already in a good spot, and I can just shoot and go back behind cover. This video is sponsored by you, baby. You've probably already heard about the Ko-Fi, Slayerkey's Guide to Immortal, and tutorials where I cover every agent so you can be the best one trick out there. But have you heard about my favorite perk? Sub Wars, the newest edition where you can play against others in games coached by me. That's right, Coach Key.
High low with you, high low with you, Jay.
I'm medium.
I'm also medium. Wait.
Wait. Come and join in on the fun. Plus, subscribe right now and you'll get access to my only subs. Ooh, I wonder what's in there. Thanks to you for making this content possible, and enjoy. That's a good example of some fights you're more prepared for. Here it is. You hear the guy and you just hold. And he just walks into your crosshair and you just click. Yeah. And then you hear this guy around the corner and you line up the shot and then you peek and shoot. So here's like the next angle. This is the closest spot a player could be standing at, and you already do it.
Yeah, okay.
Cool little strat here. I would think about maybe going ghost here instead of classic if you want to TP up here. Okay, nice. Flash, TP, flash, TP, flash, TP, TP, flash, TP, flash. Omen instincts should just lock in here. Like there's a player in the open, I see him in the minimap, it's last person.
I am not good at looking at the minimap.
Oh no, not the minimap.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Flash TP, flash TP, flash TP, flash TP. You hear exactly where she is. Flash TP, flash TP. Flash TP, okay.
So I told her that we'll hold her now because she's going to have to come up to the right there. So we'll hold her and trade each other out.
Oh, but she just runs up.
She just runs up.
She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. She just runs up. Yeah, it's a really tricky situation to put yourself in because you put this wall here to secure Spike, but you don't position yourself to get intel on either of these areas when you know she's like here. So it's just like a gamble. And when you wall this off, it also tells her what you're doing. I don't think it's going to cause trouble for you right now, but in the future, everything, and this might just be our thing, and this is basically just the who's next, but like in game, is it just playing around the intel that you have. And so like when you have really good intel, it's really important to play around that intel. A lobby main. I mean, we do the same play again. We're just predictable.
Wait, did you mean that I'm predictable in the fact that I do the default smoke, or predictable?
Oh, sorry, not the default smoke, just this position. Right, if we think about all these rounds, you're just always here. Even if you're on top of the screen, like when I go B now, I'm looking over the smoke because I've seen you every time.
I mean, I think to be fair, I'm getting away with being predictable and doing like not that great plays in this game because it's just a silver lobby, you know?
But I can promise you, when you start experimenting with it, the game will just become a lot easier.
That's one thing that, one answer I had to the question of what I wanted to get out of coaching is, the thing I really want to do is master Omen and become like this Omen demon that just plays with everyone's mind and does these sick plays.
Oh, okay, let's cook.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I want to do.
So we changed the smoke here because this is a garbage smoke because it doesn't allow you to do anything. So what you do instead is you do a smoke here, you tell your Sage to push with you, and you flash through this, and you do a crunch play from mid and tiles, and this would literally destroy the enemy.
Okay, so Sage goes from mid to tiles.
Yeah, this could be really good. If you bring more teammates, it's going to work way better, and then you TP into the smoke here. This is how you do the weird stuff with Omen. A really important thing about Omen is you kind of have to like force stuff to happen based off like intel.
Yeah.
So like we see someone on the minimap, we just flash TP. It's really strange to have that reaction, but it's really important too. The number one thing I want to see you work on is finding indicators to use flash. This round, last round, you do something with the flash. I want you to play off of it. We see a bunch of people lined up here. We try to take a fight. Doesn't really go well, but this is a beautiful little flash lane here.
I got to gold 3 like last act, and I did it mostly playing Reyna actually. And when I started playing Omen a lot again, I deranked because I just don't think I'm utilizing his toolkit and skill set. The
problem with Reyna is you don't have to think about this stuff because it just pops up on your screen. And so we have to make stuff happen with what we have. So we have to look at our abilities and be like, what can we do here? You could TP to this corner. You could throw a close smoke literally on top of you. You could throw this flash. Any of these answers are fine here. Omen's flash and TP especially, and just learning to combine these abilities together. So a lot of these situations, like you throw a flash or you throw a TP, it works. But I can tell you it works, and you can be like, yeah, this looks like it works. But until you fucking are like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna see if it works. I'm just gonna throw a flash and TP here. So the important caveat to this is forget about making the right play. Just try to limit test your abilities.
That's also one of the things that I want to get out of coaching is like, how do I make this game fun again? Because I feel like it feels like I've gotten really afraid of losing and like deranking, and I feel like I'm not progressing anymore. Like I don't understand what's going wrong, what's keeping me back, what should I do different?
It's a really important realization. If for like your mental for the game, the best approach is literally just to treat it like it means nothing. Like it is just an experiment. You're just trying new shit. And once that stops happening, the game stops becoming a lot less fun. That's what I found. I mean, no ability. Okay, close smoke here. So we end up using something. And it's just gonna cook. It's just gonna cook. Like it's so beautiful. Now you flash and TP out of the smoke in the future, and it's over. Flash here does nothing because you can't fight with it, and you have to reload. Oh, okay, but you can kill him in 2 bullets. In my theory, when you lose pistol, I would just save. A lot of people in lower elos make this mistake. You don't see anyone in higher elos do this at all. Like literally never. They never buy abilities. They never buy like light shield. They never buy heavy shield. The only thing they buy max right now is just a sheriff. Nice, dude. Flash TP? I'm just saying it at this point.
yeah. That Omen got so many free kills from that. Like he continued to do doing that shit, and I
no. I think I could be wrong about this, but I think you can throw the smoke closer here, and it actually makes that spot harder to play. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's happened to me before. And I want to give you something for the minimap too, because a lot of what we're talking about, and even like the caveat you mentioned, where like you need to know what's around you before you just ult into spawn. People say minimap awareness, but the minimap's not really used for awareness. It's used for decision making, and it's a really important change to make. So when you make decisions, you look at the minimap and you look at your abilities, and you're like, okay, I can do a flash TP here, or just like there's only one player here and I can do something. Just experiment with all your shit, see what you can cook up.
Sounds good, man. Awesome. I'm super excited now. I think you've given me this has kind of been staring me in the face, but I think I needed someone like you to just shove it in my face.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
That dude, best look out there. Cook.
Thank you
Cook.
very much. I will. I promise. Okay, take care.